Hey, what is up, guys and gals? My name is Ginger King, and welcome to Applesauce Apartments. I just started up the game, and it's already like this. You're an apple who lives in a shitty complex. The rent's long overdue. My tenants grow complicit with comfort. Their fractured minds are beginning to fester. The sickly airborne plague of serotonin spores plant falsehoods of happiness within their wretched cores. Joy is no use in the world. The sweet essence of utter despair fuels the hearts and minds of workers, sharing an infinite wheel's profit. My leather-bound wallet swells with anticipation of their turmoil as they harvest sweet, sweet coin from the cold soils of this desolate world. How I crave the sweet riddled sustenance of unbridled plastic capitalism. My tenants are mere instruments to pursue a blind profit. I trust you manifest my bidding. Go forth and harvest their labors. I apologize for the game to start off like this. I just click start. What the fuck? So we're collecting rent from poor Apple people? Okay. Let's go. What door do we want to go through first? Where are we feeling lucky? Let's go right. Right door. What am I even looking at here? I don't understand. Oh, okay, hi. Oh, you fucking what? Oh gosh, who goes there? All I see is darkness. Oh, he's got a little fucking, he's missing his eyes. Somebody took a chomp out of him. Within these wretched, damp, sticking walls, how I mourn the loss of my vision. Come closer. Come closer. I was once an artist, you know. Sculptor of visual form. One of the world's finest workers of light. The boundless expanse of possibly at my fingertips, so cruelly snatched away. Oh, how it was to witness all of the creation stretched out before me, unimaginable. Beauty and unfathomable terror listless, intertwined in seemingly infinite ballads of sensory. Pleasures from the eye sockets, yes, here I wallow, trapped in darkness evermore. Sight but once beautiful memory, your dear visitor, you know. This is too much. I'm just here to collect your rent. You don't have to tell me fucking life story. Just give me money. You know not how lucky one is to be gifted with sight. It's only through loss we learn the true value that we so easily take for granted. Get back, Apple! Your head. What do I say? What do I say in this? It's not the appropriate response to what he just told me. Fucking get back, Apple. Apple, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. Do you, dear visitor, take me for a fruit? I can tell you with the utmost certainty that you, my friend, are rather insane, as you believe one is but an object for consumption. Sightless though I may be, my memories are certainly that of a human. How I missed the sweet visage of my facial sculpture, the gentle shine in my eyes, as the light reflected across their surface. The soft tufts of their hair sprung back and forth to the most gentle breezes. The toothy smile. Hey, you got a pretty toothy smile, alright. Some days it's so vivid, dancing in and out of vapid dreamscapes between slumbers. Others days as though my former life is veiled in a thick tar mist of spore matter. If there's a life after this plane of existence, I wonder, will the gift of sight be blessed me once more? Tell me, have you heard the tale of the orchard of spores? God damn it, shut up and give me money. Breathless those were those whom entered, their remains, but a series of wrought, tangled husks interwoven, what? With the mulch of the bracken, a vibrant tenicolor oasis of poison-tinged flora, and the fungal matter, an untouched miracle. Of nature's spite, some say a scorned, ancient woodland god slumbers within its midst. hidden within the murkiest depths of a crimson pool composed of its own teardrops, irreparably broken by the loss of its only daughter to the callous of ever-insatiable bloodlust of humanity. An ethereal force entity slated as false. Just shut up! My god! What did I click? Profits and putrid harbor anti-capitalist ideologies, a mere disruption to the ever-wiring cogs of our vast smog, belching industrial inferno. Within this twisted orchard, there lies a divine gift of unreachable by the sacred hands of mankind, a single fruits-bearing apple trees, the consumption of which is said to spark an unavailed personal growth within the devouring host. But be it rumor or be it truth, countless hordes of ambitious botanists have dedicated their lives to the purest of apple's discovery, wandering the depths of the orchard, never to be seen again. It absolutely does not sound familiar, but to avoid arguing with this guy and to get the demon out of my ear, I'm just going to say it sounds familiar. How so? Have you experienced loss at the cruel hands of the orchard too? Do you hear them, still screaming in your ears, pleading with a silent cry as they try clawing their way back? I hear something in my ears. I don't know if it's screaming, pleading. It's the existence through the passage of your sleeping eyelids. Each day I ask myself, why them? Why not take me instead? I'd sacrifice this for 1,000 times over. What? You were just telling me about your eyes. Now who are you? Missing somebody? Just to feel the warmth of their faces one more. Just to bask in their presence and share in a small moment together. There's a vast hole where my heart's once lingered, an emotional emptiness prompted by the death of such loss. I fear my mind will never be free of this, that this guilt will never relieve this wretched skulking form I've become. Do we harvest rent? Do we... The man who's told us a beautiful tale. Or fucking... Yeah, I'm going to... Give me rent. Give me the goddamn rent. You come to collect. Fine. Free me of this guilt. Extinguish this blistering woe that haunts me. This soul. I should have died back then. Back when it meant something. Back when I could have saved them. Who could you have saved? Thanks for the rent. I go back in here? No, I don't want to hear it again. No, god damn it, no, I did it again. God damn it, I'm sorry guys, I'll be right back. Oh shit, I didn't know, don't open that. All right, there we go, collected rent again. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of clicking. Alright, what woeful tale do you have to tell me? Oh, you are more beautiful than the last person. Yikes! You always walk in people unannounced like that? Gross! Hey, Stinky, why do you look like an apple? Why do you look like an apple, man? This twisted husk of a decaying flesh suit was once a human like you. Fungal spores lie in the sodden budget, boiling of this dismal quarters, plaguing both air and mind as they confront form into these wretched fruit-like vessels. The eye-watering aroma that offends your nostrils so. This maggot-infested skin weeps with the pungent fumes of the sentient rot. Soon I shall become naught but mush and calcified bone, remnants of festering on the floor of this accursed apartment. You know not of pain. The ever-gnawing sensation of despair as you watch helplessly from the sideline of your own existence. Did I have ambitions? Yes. In another life, I sought the simplicity of travel, vowing one day I'd travel the 7 seas in search of a purpose amongst the vast surface of the bleak planets we call Earth. Over times, the vapid, overbearing reality of the capitalist society crushed the very essence of such dreams. Year after year cast into the inferno. After minimum wage employment, as I hopefully struggle in vain. Just trying to collect rent, man. Don't have to tell me what. Just let me collect the rent. to afford the mere essentials of tepid sustenance and housing. Tell me, why must we trample upon the dreams of others? This is the way it's always been. Preservation of the wildies. It's the way it's always been. Must we not strive for more? Is the mere preservation of heartless system all we can hope to strive for? These industrials are built upon turmoil, exploiting the labors of the most need. We must cast away our long-term happiness and splinter the limited time of our existence, just to fuel the trivial gluttonous ambitions of our corporate giants. Time is finite. We mammals crave but the simplicity of freedom, and yet all we have to experience is insped commodities of industrial exploitation. Watch as we burn down forests, salt the fields, and flood the ocean with our waste. We stand here at the point of nothing, unable to muster resistance as we struggle to afford mere shelter. Sentience seems though as a curse, to perceive the cruel nature of existence. The suffering was so casually inflicted on one another, a single soul of little insignificance. In such a society, what power do we have to change this callous fate? Without wealth nor status, one's actions must not for all the well. Intentions, decisions, we are hopelessly ill-equipped to enact the positive. To change the hope upon this planet, tormented by the knowledge that those within the capacity to not opt to build a bright future for all. You're here to collect the rent, are you? Have you been listening at all? Is our suffering but a joke to your flesh bodies? All we seek is simple bliss for freedom, the mere joy of shelter, and the brief respite from the constant teetering at the edge of starvation. The wealth hoarders lord over us, cackling as such bodies succumb to the mere exhaustion of thankless souls-crushing labor. All the time of our brief existence whittle away our persistent toils as for naught. We break under the weights of insurmountable exploitation. Rent. It takes all that we have, all that we are. You leave us with nothing. You didn't have to live here. You knew the rules. You came here. You knew that you're gonna have to pay rent eventually. You told me that you're rotting and dying right now. I hate looking at your face, so I have no reason not to take your rent. But give me goddamn rent, so this is how it ends. You've opted to rend my very soul to extinguish this bleak existence, as a mere payments for the landlord's incessant gluttony. You chose to destroy the fabric of being, cursing me into the bleak void of oblivion. This needless cruelty, to bar one of such potential in afterlife. Why? What? I thought I was saving you. What? I'm sorry, I thought I was saving you. Hey, I didn't go to the other door. For scum, I honestly wasn't expecting such success. I have to say, congratulations, you've done me very well. Releasing those wretched tenants of the accused livers they so dearly clung to. Oh god, I took their livers? Tell me, was it easy? I do hope not. Those fools were ever on my case, demanding luxuries such as heating and water. Look me in the eyes. I am no charity. You think I can afford to spend such wealth on items I shan't experience? The loathsome apple-fleshed vermin. How filthy. I shudder at the mere thought of those apartment dwellers, breathing the same air as I. Do you know how long it will take me to scrub those rooms to the remains? Now that they're gone, who do you think will cover the costs? That's right. Me. Anyways, you have the apples, right? Give them here. No! They're my apples! They're mine! Look at you, ever the sympathetic one. Those lowly deeds must have made you pretty special, huh? You disgust me. Can you feel it though? The rot coursing through your veins. Why else did you think I wouldn't visit my own apartment? Why do you think the coating of those sodden walls were mere mold? You better leave. There's nothing here for you but incessant gnawing of the spores that gradually consume your form. Apples to apples, dust to dust, as they say, right? Find an apartment of your own and rot. You pathetic beyond belief. Did I lose? Was that the bad ending? I am absolutely not going back for another ending. I'm not No. You can't make me go back. Alright. We're back, guys. It's been like 3 days since I played this quote-unquote game. And I just been having endless amounts of nightmares about apples. And I feel like the only way I can overcome these nightmares is if I just finish this game, try the other ending, and see what the fuck this is all about. Because I don't understand why I can't stop thinking about this game. It's so weird. It's not fun. It's just weird. So anyways, I'm going to skip through all the shit that we've done before. And I'll see you if anything new happens. Guys, I can't remember if I saw this person or not. I can't remember if I talked to this person in the apartment. I think we just went left and right. Alright, I'm just gonna do this guy's voice. If I go back in editing and find out that we actually talked to this guy before, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, oh, you're an odd-looking fellow. It's been a long while since we've seen the actual human skin wearers around these parts. Call me a skin wearer? Recently, it's just been apple, and more apple. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm a big friend of fruits and verging on my full body metamorphosis myself. But lately, the mold seems to be taking a hold more than just the tenet's forms. At first, I was admittedly pretty horrified when my pigmentation began festering into the sickly shade of putrid green. I even vomited a little when my fingernails inverted and my organs gradually fused this sponge-like plantain matter and consumed my human nerves into a raging torrent of anguish. Those distortions of flesh were little more than appetizers for what is more to come. The rot devours us. Imagine, if you will, every cell in your wretched body, screaming out in blistering pain, begging for the sweet release of death. Days upon days of writhing agony, watching as your mind wilts and your body husks festers, unable to intervene. This constant torture, and still, they expect rent? These days I can barely muster the will to lift myself from the spore-riddled mattress. How can they possibly expect me to muster the vapid chalice of monetary gain with such afflictions? Our government has abandoned us. There is no budget for the suffering. Alright, I think this guy explained to me perfectly what this game's about. They've left us out in the sun to decay whilst they lord around in their mansion flaunting our purse. Here we remain, empty, broken, and souls to be. Reaped in the grand harvest, our minds destroyed by the bearing of the ghastly title of landlord. Ha! You seem awfully worked up. What were you before all this? At this, believe it or not, I was once a simple flesh and bound human like you. I had dreams, grand ambitions, love. Questions such as those often acetate the bland, emotion-sapping void known as the career. For it was never a matter of choice, but merely necessity. Do you know the depths of despair felt only by those in retail? The malice in the eyes of the public, the sheer disregard for emotional struggles of their fellow people as they tear at their minds asunder in the vapid pursuits of capitalistic trinkets. What drives one to bear a mere teenager over the pettiest of storefront inconveniences? The madness within their souls, the blind desire to inflict their suffering upon those they deem lesser. Wealth for all its corrupts. Wealth drags the human from one soul, taping their eyes shut to the callous nature of the vast emotionless cruelties they enact upon the struggling. Can they see not the soul breaking within those damaged so willingly? Are we as a society not better than this? There is no merriment to be found in the cycle of neglect and despair. Oh, the light of ambition that once drove me is all but extinguished. My dreams cling to this desperation, the fading hopes of future joy. How long will they last? Am I merely chasing the ghost of an illusion that never was? No, you're not. What happens if you eat apples? What's your favorite color? What do we ask him? What do we ask him, guys? I feel like I want to know what happens if he eats apples. What happens if you eat your kin? Cannibalism is not a practice we apple folk indulge in. The mere notion of our boundless fruit consumption prior to this wretched transformation flesh fills us with insurmountable guilt and terror. Picture, if you will, a lifetime blind to the horrors you inflict upon those without a voice. Take the animals, for example. Can't you hear the screams of the cattle? You're so greedily violent, slap your plates. Why am I playing this game? I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this. Were their lives no worth to your desires or gluttony? This is too heavy of a game. Oh, this misery will be the end of me. Harvest rent, ignore the rent? Oh, watch as they squirm. I tell you this much. You've ignited the blind fury within that of the divider. There is no place for the merciful in this cruel world. I thank you, yet I can but pity you. It would be unwise to visit the landlord's chambers after such treasonous deeds. You should flee whilst the opportunity remains. Can I flee? God damn it, I feel like I just gotta go visit the other guys. Alright, we're gonna go talk to them. And I will be right back when we ignore the rent. Alright, we're gonna ignore Mr. fucking got a bite taken out of his head, Rent, and we're gonna see what he says. You've listened to my stories. Now you leave me here to fester. You, I sense, are a being of great empathy, yet I respect you not. Take your empathy forth and let's not this world break you. Oh, you know what? I feel so much greater about this. Why did I take the rent? Some monster. Oh no, he's gonna be pissed. I'm sorry. Look at you. Ever the sympathetic one. Those lowly deeds must have made you feel pretty special, huh? You disgust me. Can you feel it though? The rot's coursing through your veins. No, why else did you think I would visit? What? I want a different ending. You promised me a different ending. What? This is bullshit! How do you win this game? How do you win? How do you win? I want to know. Alright, I've subjected enough of this to my game. I don't know how I'm going to edit this video. If I'm going to throw this part in the end or in the middle or whatever. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed Apple Apartments, leave a like and leave a detailed comment on why. If you found any sort of happiness from this. Because I just feel like, I feel really sad on the inside. I do good things and I die. I do bad things, I die. I don't know. But subscribe if you want to see more of my videos coming out. And I will see you all in the next one. Farewell. Dude. We just talk for a moment. I only need just the tiniest bit of water left. Just the tiniest bit. And then I'll go to bed. And you can go do whatever you want to do in my house. Just stay out of my room. We'll be good, alright? What are you doing? Wait, touch the bottom. I want to get past. Let me get past. There you go, thank you. No. There you are. I was so worried about you. What's wrong with you? No.